Now, as the Associated Press calls the final race in the New Hampshire Republican primaries for House candidate Robert Burns, that makes it a clean sweep for so-called MAGA candidates in the Granite State's GOP primaries. One of them, a 25-year-old who clinched the nomination for the state's first congressional district. Karoline Leavitt joins us now. We've also invited her Democratic opponent, Congressman Chris Pappas, on. He's welcome to join us anytime. Welcome to you. Fresh off your victory, what do you think was key to clinching the Republican nomination there?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Sandra. I am so honored and humbled by the outpouring of support that I received from voters across my home district, New Hampshire's first congressional district seat. And I credit our historic victory to the unprecedented work that we put in. It's pretty simple. We pounded the pavement. We spoke with voters. We went to their homes. We knocked their doors. We made the phone calls. We showed up and we talked to them about the very real consequences of this disastrous Biden-Pelosi agenda that is enabled by our far-left Democrat incumbent Representative Chris Pappas. Record high inflation, a wide open southern border, a war on our domestic energy production. These are all policies that are hurting the people of my great home state. They are fed up and they're looking for a conservative congresswoman who will put them first and who has the youthful energy to bring our party together and ensure that we take back the House in January.
It was quite a race to watch play out. Of course, both of you, both of the Republicans in this race came from the Trump administration in some form. You, of course, from the press office, and then your Republican opponent coming from working in the State Department under the Trump administration, but also for the Trump campaign. So now that has happened, this means you will face off against the representative, two-term Democrat Congressman Chris Pappas. He is already making this race about abortion after Lindsey Graham said this. Listen.
I think we should have a law at the federal level that would say after 15 weeks, no abortion on demand, except in cases of rape, incest, to save the life of the mother. And that should be where America's at.
So now many voters want to know where you stand on that proposed federal 15-week abortion ban.
Well, I am pro-life, but I'm also pro-Constitution, and I believe in our United States Supreme Court, which just said that this is an issue for the states to decide. Here in the Granite State, we just passed the first ban in our state's history. I applaud our state legislators for doing that, and I hope the people of our state will continue to elect great state legislatures here at the state level to make those decisions. We have a greater voice. But let me just say, my far-left Democrat extremist opponent, Chris Pappas, is radical on this issue. He and his party support abortion up until the moment of birth, anytime, anywhere, taxpayer funded. That's not where the majority of the people in this state reside. They are the party of radical extremism, and I'm so sick of the Democrats trying to paint we as conservatives who believe in life and who believe in states' rights as the extremists on this issue. We're going to go on offense on this issue and on all of the issues. They'll try to make this race about abortion, but it's about inflation. It's about our wide open southern border. It's about energy prices that are skyrocketing through the roof, especially here in New Hampshire. Our electric bills are 4 times higher. And so those are the issues we're going to continue to pound the pavement with. And I have no doubt we'll be victorious on November 8th, just like we were yesterday.
I want to ask you, Karoline, about the divided Republican support that you received in your run. A CBS article will put on the screen on Kevin McCarthy backing your opponent. Leavitt received support from some significant conservative leaders, including Elise Stefanik, Texas Senator Ted Cruz, and Utah Rep. Jim Jordan. But House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy backed one of her opponents in the GOP primary, Matt Mowers. That was indeed the case. Now, if you go on to win this district and become one of the youngest members of the House of Representatives in U.S. history, will you support Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker if the Republicans flip the House?
Well, look, I'm grateful for all those who believed in me in this race. Senator Ted Cruz, my former bosses, Elise Stefanik, Jim Jordan, Representative Scott Perry, Lauren Boebert, freedom fighters in the House of Representatives who stood by me and believed in me to win this race. And yesterday, the voters of this district made their voices clear. We won this primary by 10 points. I'm not beholden to anyone in Washington, D.C. I'm focused on standing up for the people. I'll continue to make that my main focus heading into the November general election, and then we'll take back the House.
So just real quick, is that a yes? You'll support Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker?
We are not focused on that right now. Frankly, I don't know. What I am focused on and what I do know is that I'll continue to stand up for the people of this district.
And I mistakenly said Utah, Ohio's Jim Jordan, of course. Real quick, final on this, Karoline. You know, there's a lot of Democrats right now who are saying they got exactly what they wanted with a far-right MAGA candidate like you now going up against the two-term Democrat in this, the 1st District in New Hampshire. To them, you say what?
To the Democrats, I say this. It is not extreme to want to put your country first. It's not extreme to want to have secure borders, a strong military, to unleash the might of your own economy, and to not send billions and billions of dollars to the country of Ukraine when our own southern border is not secure. Right. Being America first, putting your own people first is not extreme. The Democrats are the extremists, and they will be held accountable come November.
All right. Her first interview coming off her win last night. We will be watching closely what happens there in New Hampshire's 1st District. Karoline, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.